Yeah, today was good riding wise. I felt pretty good on the bike. I even qualified 13th in the second practice, which is my best all year. Didn't set me up very well overall because the track was a highway for the B guys in that first one. The track was just super goopy and nasty all day. Like even with the sun coming out, it still got just completely like, I don't know, it never dried out fully. I think it's because that sawdust they put on it. It was slippery underneath. So it was definitely nasty, but I think overall, like, it was good. I felt a different level of riding, especially the first moto. I think I got all the way up in the 14th place and was battling with guys like Osborne and Cunningham and Charbonneau, Hill, and I was like in that mix, catching those guys, battling with those guys, and then went down. Just sat there and kicked my bike for a long time. Finally got it started. It was kind of on the face of a jump where I went down, so that took the wind out of the sails. Second moto, just didn't. I ended up falling down the second turn, coming from last to all the way up to, I think it was an 18 with 3 laps to go, and then we got some electrical problem that happened at the end of the moto. So it was a bit of a crappy way to end the season riding for me, but at the end of the day, like, I got the team and everything, and everybody's healthy now, and we made a complete season, our first complete season as a team. So I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of all of our mechanics, all of our crew chief, my brother, Georgia, Jim Lewis. Like, everybody has done such an incredible job, and huge thanks to Suzuki for all the help they gave us this year. Motorcycle Superstore, of course, this whole thing wouldn't happen without them. Those guys are like family, and they're part of the race team too, every single person that works there. So thanks to everybody. This is my weekend wrap up. We'll see you next year.
It was great. The track was gnarly. We had some rain this morning, and they tried their best to do, get the track better, but it was just, the track was insane. There was tons of ruts. It was deep and muddy, and it got hot. So other than that, I mean, it was a good day. Track was just gnarly.
It was a good day overall. I think coming into this race, definitely had some confidence from Budds Creek, and overall, I think my body's just been feeling better finally, and it's been tough for me. It's been, my patience have definitely been tested this summer because I feel like these last few races I've had the speed to do really well, and it seems like my fitness was hindering me a little bit, but I didn't even feel like I rode very good today. I think I kind of struggled in the ruts and riding the back of the bike a little bit and just not being too efficient. Plus I had some crashes in the first moto, but to have a consistent day, 6.5, 5th overall, I think can't be too bummed on that. I think the goal was to get through 24 motos, and we did that, and I feel like we're competitive again, and I know what I need to do in order to kind of take that next step and be one of the guys that's battling for wins every weekend, and I know I can be there for 2017, and I got a kind of a clear goal for the off season, and that's all I can ask for.
Hey, these two GPs that you have coming up, do you pay attention to what goes on over there, or not really?
I do. I follow along with the GPs a little bit on Twitter, social media. I've only watched a few this year and mainly highlights, but I know those guys are no joke, and I'm excited to race those guys. Something different for us, and Charlotte being under the lights is cool. I grew up kind of night racing back in Florida, so it'll be fun.
First moto didn't go so hot. Got a really bad start and had to come through. Finished up 8th, but second moto, we got the whole shot. I think I was leading whole first lap, and then I took a bobble before the finish line and almost crashed, but kept it up, and me and Austin battled all the way until I think it was 5 laps to go, and he went down, but yeah, I ended up winning that moto, and I'm stoked. We got second overall, so amazing weekend.
Hey, granted it's a while till your next skate drop, but knowing how this year went, does this end it on a high note for you?
Totally. Definitely turned the season around for me. I love this track, always will, and it's been good to me the past 2 years, so yeah, it ends on a high note, and we'll come into Supercross feeling high and mighty.
It was a really good day. This morning, qualifying went pretty good. It was pretty muddy, but ended up getting second qualifying. Was actually first in the second session, but the track was a lot more gnarly and it was slower. So it was good. Went into the first moto. got the whole shot and didn't look back for like the first like 20 minutes, and then I looked back and there was nobody there. Like I was gone like 20 seconds. So I just kind of rode, and I mean I kept riding hard, and I kept, I think, pulling the guys a little bit. Then towards the end they started catching me a little bit, but it was in like the last 2 laps, and then I think I ended up winning by like 30 seconds or 28 seconds or something like that. So it was really good. And then second moto got off to another really good start. Plusker got me kind of in the second turn because he kind of had the inside going in, and I just kind of followed him for a few laps, tried to put the pressure on him, and he messed up, and I got into the lead and led for probably 15-20 minutes, and there was the finish was like real tricky because it was blind and you would jump down into the ruts, and so you can't see, and I got sketchy there the first moto, and that I jumped in, I landed, and I cross-rode, and I fell. So ended up getting third overall in that moto. Got back up, and Webb was right behind me, and he passed me a couple laps later, and ended up getting third, which was good enough for the overall win. So it was a really good way to end the season, and just been working hard to try to get it done, and finally did.
Hey, are you in for the GPs?
Yeah, I'm gonna be riding the GPs, so that should be interesting. It'll be a little bit different, but it should be good.
Hey, do you follow that a lot? Like, do you know the guys over there? Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I follow it pretty good. I know who the fast guys are in the 450 and 250 class, so kind of know who to look out for. But I mean, they probably follow our series over here as much as we follow theirs, so it's gonna be tough.